What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Elevated Limit podcast show. Today I got two special guests. I don't even call these guests. These are my brothers right here, man. I got Dayvon, a.k.a. Shot by Dayvon. I got my boy Juju
Yes,
in the
sir.
building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My brothers, how we feeling, man? How we feeling today?
Feeling great, bro. Finally glad we get to sit down and do this together. We've been talking to us for a long time, so I mean, we here, bro.
We here.
Feeling
And
blessed.
I wanted y'all to come on, and we talked about this already, but what I really wanted y'all to come on here is just to like talk about your story, right? And before we go into your story, we're a team, right? And I wouldn't be where I'm at. The podcast wouldn't be where it's at today. I think we're almost at 100 subscribers, which is super lit.
We are at 100.
Mhm.
Like
We are?
107 or something.
See, look,
we
Ju
just
on
hit-
top of it.
look,
That's what Ju.
He's on.
He on
Every
it.
day we talk about.
You know what I'm saying?
He keeping track.
I wouldn't be where I'm at without Juwan. I wouldn't be where I'm at without Dayvon handling like all the behind the scenes stuff, the editing of the reels, and just shooting all the stuff and utilizing his gift. So I'm super grateful for you guys. I think a good place to start for this is like talking about how we met, right? And I always like to do that because like first with you, Juwan.
Yeah, y'all start for sure.
Juwan is the first like another set of twin I've ever met. Like you're the first.
You too. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I first met you, I was like, okay, I never met another twin before. But then Juwan was also, this is gonna be bad funny. I never met another like black person that was so proper in my life. I gotta keep it 1,000, bro. I gotta keep it 1,000, bro. We grew up on the South Side. Nobody talked the way Juwan talked. Juwan was the first person I heard call someone by their last name outside of the school. I said, yo, this is different. This is different.
He grew over it.
Bro, he grew up. So tell me, like, you grew up in Indiana. You obviously your parents raised you the right way with the right mannerisms and stuff like that. But talk about like growing up in Indiana and what that was like for you.
It was great. Life in Indiana was very good.
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
I gotta visit.
So it's fun. I mean, it ain't nothing there, but you know.
Jayla's been like every time I say like, yo, I'm about to go out there. She's like, why would you guys come out here and come see me? I'm just like, because we want to see you.
I mean, it's flat land and white people. I mean, that's all it really is.
So did you grow up? And this is not like a race thing, but I just want to know how you grew up. Did you grow up with like a lot of like in a white like a suburb area? Did you grow up? Okay.
Yeah. Like when I got here, culture shock.
Really?
Culture shock.
So
for
when
me.
you got to Brocco, was that like weird for you?
Super
like
weird.
being around more like
Super
colored
Like, y'all
people.
ghetto.
Bro, honestly, yes. Like I got here and the first person, shout out Tank, but the first person I met was Andrus. And we're sitting there and the teacher was like, yo, Tank, be quiet. He's like, yo, miss, I wasn't even talking. And I'm like, I was like, we're like 11 years old.
Yeah,
this dude's
bro.
snapping back. And like, no one called the teacher like Mrs. Jones or anything. Like, that's where
bro.
I came from and that's what I'm used to. So it was a huge culture shock for me,
Damn,
like
bro.
moving out here. So I had to learn quickly. Like, I didn't know what like weed was. I didn't know what gangs were. I didn't know none of that, bro. I played flag football.
We were corrupting the hell out of Juwan when he first got here. Like, bro, this is what you do. This is how you roll out. It's crazy.
Nah, it really was.
He was going home
but-
feeling guilty. I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, bro. Like, and if you remember, bro, I used to come to middle school with I had glasses, bro. I used to wear like button-up shirts, bro.
bro.
Like I was a little weirdo.
Bro, that's mad funny.
But yeah, man.
And I never told you this, bro. Like, cause you were like, again, you grew up a certain way, and everything was structured, and you grew up good, which is good. But I remember, you used to feel insecure, bro. Cause like when you would come chill at my house, like I never had a set dinner time or anything like that. And I'm like, yo, Jews, like they had a certain time they ate at. Everyone would sit at the table together. They would pray before they eat. I'm just like, bro, my mom cooks at 12, and then like we eat the same thing 3 times a day. So like he's like, bro, when's your mom cooking dinner? I was like, bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I feel weird, bro. I feel insecure. I never told you that, bro. When growing up, I used to feel insecure when you would come chill at my house. I'm like, oh, it's a little different over here, bro. We're not doing it like that. Because your grandma lived in Fountain Hill. So I remember going over there and like, it's nice up here, bro. Like, y'all eat, y'all pray together. You know, there's a set time, 5 o'clock. Okay, make sure you guys serve each other. I was like, yo, this is cool,
This
bro.
is real.
And honestly, bro, I grew up that way just because like me, my sister, my twin sister, and then my brother, we grew up in church.
Yeah.
So like
I wanna get
since
to
I was
that.
a youngin', like
I
I've
wanted
been
to-
in church. My mom was a Sunday school teacher.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
I used to work the soundboard at church and stuff like that. So like I grew up in church. So I think that's where a lot of my proper mannerisms and all that comes
That
from.
makes a lot of sense, bro. And when we first started hanging out together, and I used to stay over your house, I used to like. I used to be sick sometimes, bro.
My
'cause,
mom was one of
she
those
would-
moms.
She would force us all to go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, bro, we gotta go to church tomorrow. We can't just sleep in. So, bro, that's like literally one of the first times I started going to church out here. When I was going with you and Jayla and your mom, and I was just like,
She'd make if you stayed in my house Saturday night, you were going to church Sunday morning.
was sick, bro. I was sick. And then me and Dayvon, our journey's a little bit different. Like we kind of knew each other growing up. Like we would communicate here and there through social media.
I
But
just
what
remember too. It was
like even middle school, we would
I
like
was
go
gonna
back
say,
and forth a
middle
little
school,
bit.
It just came to my thought when you guys were talking about middle school in Brockwell. I remember when I first came to Bethlehem, Vic was one of my first friends.
Yeah.
And being with the Northeast dudes, you go to the live games, you know what I'm saying? At the Friday night games. And, you know,
Facts.
middle schools to go there with the
The
jerseys.
jerseys on,
we
repping
came
your
across,
squad.
that's how I came across you, Dre,
Yeah, bro, we
Juwan,
was
a
not
lot of y'all.
playing
And I
no
was like,
games.
yo, you know what I'm saying? Everybody had their jerseys on. Vic knew some of y'all already, so he was just like,
Yeah.
yo, you know what I'm saying?
I think he played football with Roland and
Probably
like Freemansburg.
Yeah,
over there.
Something
young
like
boy,
that,
yeah.
yeah.
And I remember he was like, "Oh, Norty, we gonna smash y'all when we see y'all." And then
They did.
They
you know what I'm
cooked
saying?
us.
Yeah,
we were
always
terrible.
cooking Bronco Northeast. So then,
I'm gonna give y'all that. Go ahead.
then I remember freshman year, Berto always gonna deny this.
Yo,
Freshman
don't
year.
start,
Freshman
bro.
year.
Oh
That's
my
how- that's how I really got to know Berto. Freshman year.
Don't start,
Freshman
bro.
year scrimmage, live freedom. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. We gotta bring up these stories.
Hey,
bro.
Berto at corner.
remember that scrimmage.
Berto at corner. You know what I'm saying? Dayvon line up, run the post corner.
Yo, bro, he's never gonna let this go, bro. Bro, I was wearing the Sharks. I was wearing the Sharks with the rubber bottoms, bro.
I remember
Rubber
that
bottoms.
day.
I slipped before the ball. Once the ball
Nah.
was released, I go to jump, I slip,
Yeah,
and
nah,
he catches it.
You know, see, he slipped
That's
because he
all-
tried to jump with
I
me.
was right there.
Yeah, bro.
Safety. I was right there.
I give you that, bro. You caught it.
Roland, you backed this up too, bro. You remember?
I was still
But
cooking that game. You feel
yeah,
me?
I mean,
Nah, yeah, you did.
that was kind of how
It started.
our mutual friendship started. And then obviously we
College,
went to
bro.
college together.
That's
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
when it really
College,
clicked, bro.
we
Freshman
got-
year,
But
bro.
that's
Yeah.
when we really like.
Yeah,
got to
I'm
know each
saying a
other
lot
was
of
college.
the freedom guys that y'all brought around. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We got closer. Me and bro just got super close. We hit it off
Damn
right away,
close,
bro.
bro.
From
I felt
freshman
like
year, moving on. We just
Yo,
got
and you know
close.
what's
It just
mad,
happened.
right? And you know what's mad interesting about that too? Like, it felt so natural.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
once
yeah.
we started talking, like since the day I can remember, bro. Like, it almost felt like we knew each other already.
Yeah.
Like really knew each other. Like we were
Yep.
locked in like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like since the moment I started,
right.
since we started, like just becoming friends.
Yeah.
So we get to know each other, and then obviously now, where we're at right now. You know what I mean? Starting this podcast together.
journey.
And it's been, you know what, bro? Like, I'm gonna keep it super 1,000. This is the first time in my life where I feel like I'm on a boat with people rowing the same direction as me, with the same power.
The
as me.
alignment.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never felt like I've always been frustrated with having people on my boat, and I always felt like I was in the back trying to push everybody. You feel
Nah,
what I'm
you really
saying?
have been like that since
I
we were in
always,
middle school.
and I
though.
used to, and it's a me thing. That's a me. That's a problem I have.
Right.
My problem is I expect myself out of other people, and I take full responsibility of that. I take full responsibility of that because what I've learned now is that I gotta accept people for who they truly are, and I gotta allow them to be who they truly are, and I can't expect you to be me. I can't expect you to think the way I think.
You can't be in control all the
I
time
can't,
either.
bro.
Yeah.
And that's a flow I have, And I be thinking,
I see all those traits in us too, which is
Yeah.
why I feel like we're so aligned right now, because like we just relate in that aspect.
and it's a battle I still battle with, bro. But what I'm really saying is though, like with you guys, I don't feel like I have to do that, bro.
Nah.
Yeah.
I feel like, bro, it's just like the boat
natural,
moving
bro.
and it's
Yeah.
moving fast,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's rowing right now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's rowing, bro. It's rowing.
God did.
God did.
God did.
You know what I mean? Where I really want this conversation to go, and a lot of these conversations moving forward are gonna be God-centered conversations.
Of course.
You feel what I'm saying? Because God is moving, and when something is so good, it's hard not to talk about it.
It's hard.
It's so hard not to talk about it
Yeah,
because when
yeah.
it's so good, I got so much to say, bro. I got so much to
Yeah.
talk about. I got so much what God is doing in my life and how He's speaking to me.
Same.
I just and it just keeps happening, bro. It just keeps happening. So we're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
But I want you guys to kind of get into your story and how you kind of came to Christ. You know what I mean? So I don't know who wants to start first. Dayvon, we could start with you first. Yeah, like kind of how
we
your
talked
journey.
about it before. Yeah, I mean, it basically. I remember my first experience with God was definitely in 6th grade. I remember going to church in 6th grade, and I was in the youth group, and I remember, it's actually with Pastor Beasley. You know what I'm saying? We're much closer with him now.
Goes
And
back
that's
that far?
Yeah, bro. Pastor Beasley used to be a youth pastor, and talking to Beasley, you know what I'm saying, talking about God and stuff like that. I remember I was first saved, and I finally felt the presence of God.
Wow.
But then as I got older, you know what I'm saying, I've been through a bunch of things. I mean, my main testimony is that I lost my brother the day after Christmas when I was 9, 10 years old. So that's something I've always battled with, because I never understood why our Creator would do that to people. Right. So that was just one thing I always battled. I never understood that. But as I got older, you know what I'm saying, I was able to learn how to cope in different ways.
Right.
Which is something I've always struggled with. I didn't really know how to cope at first, but then I just kind of would just follow, what God will tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would try to listen. But obviously, going through a bunch of things, I think high school and the beginning of college, towards the end of college, I was super depressed, all throughout those years. A lot of people didn't really know that, because I was always quiet, and then I was always trying to make other people happy. I was always there for everybody else. But I was just super depressed just because I couldn't heal from that. And I found ways to cope with it, but then I would kind of cope with them in the wrong ways. I mean, we're not gonna get too deep into that, but you already know. So then,
you could talk about it because and I want this to be a space.
I mean, I can give y'all for sure. For sure.
And it depends. If you don't want your parents knowing certain things, I understand that.
No.
But there are people coping with certain things in certain ways.
Right.
So you talking about it freely will help people, navigate that. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's not that I'm afraid to talk about it. It's just for the sake of time, too. But I guess we can talk about, obviously being introduced to alcohol at an early age, you know what I'm saying, drinking with my friends. That was definitely one of my coping ways. Smoking weed. Those are things that I just felt like it would numb me. Like most people do, it would numb me. It would kind of just take away that pain, obviously. But as I got older, I realized how that just kept pulling me back, pulling me down, and leading me into a dark path. And that allowed me to bottle a lot of things up, because college, for instance, bro, we go out every weekend and we drinking and we smoking. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. Every weekend.
That was just a great way for us to just be around people that we love in college and enjoy being around. You know what I'm saying? And football was another great way too. I'll get into that too, but obviously going out on weekends, that just made you forget about everything. Meanwhile, going back to 6th grade, I got saved by God. But I never really followed that path where I was trying to work on my relationship with God, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially the stigma around going out and partying in college is just we all believe we need to go do that stuff. It's like, hey, we're young, we can drink and smoke, it's okay, everyone does it.
Yeah. So, that was just one of the things. I guess going into football was just another great way because, you know what I'm saying, you can get mad at practice, get mad in the games, you could just hit people. Right. But then once football went away, when I got hurt, and then I decided to not play the next year. Bro, I was battling a lot of things mentally, just a lot of childhood trauma I was dealing with, just a lot of things that I never really told my parents, my friends, my whoever it was. I was just dealing with it on my own. I'll be in my room just staring out the wall, just mad all the time. And I'm just like, all right, let me go to school. Let me go be around some people so I can get out of this. Mm-hmm. But yeah, bro, and then finally we went into COVID 2020. We were doing school from home and we finished off senior year in college, and I got into another very dark place in my mind where I just couldn't heal from things. And then God just kept tugging on me and tugging on me and tugging on me, and I was like, you know what, let me actually tap in, let me actually do the work this time. So I was finally listening to sermons, got into the Bible a little bit, listened to my mom because she's always been heavily into God, into church, and actually trying to tune out other things so I could hear his voice, just get rid of those distractions. And I finally hearing his voice, I was like, I'm gonna be saved for real this time. And I finally accepted him, allow him to, accept me for what I've done and repent from sins. And I just wanted him to forgive me. That was the biggest thing. I just wanted him to forgive me for everything that I've done, for not leaning on him sooner when I knew he was always there. That's one thing that I have to mention. I knew he was always there, but I was just running from it, just trying to deal with it in my own ways, leaning on my own understanding. But yeah, bro, 2020, I finally decided to just go, fully locked in with having that relationship with him and communicating with him more, to stay closer to him. And, since 2020, obviously, I've been through more things. We all go through things, bro,
Absolutely,
on the daily.
bro.
And my biggest thing I've learned, I was like, I got to stop leaning on my own understanding. Like,
Amen.
I know he's
That's
right
hard,
there, bro. Like, I know I had the relationship with him, and he loves me regardless,
Amen.
too.
Yeah.
But I was just always leaning on my own understanding and trying to be stuck in my own head and figuring things out on my own. And
Right, bro.
really, this last 2023 and the beginning of this year has finally shown me that, like, bro, I don't have to do that no more. Like, I don't have to lean on my own understanding. I can just finally whatever I'm going through, whatever I have in my mind, just give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Just give it to him so that, moving forward, he's going to take me to great places, just knowing that I don't got to do it on my own. So,
Amen. Yeah, bro. And talk about your relationship with God now. You know what I mean? So you talked about how you first start, like you feel like you're now starting to get in a relationship with him, but how is the relationship, end of 2023, 2024, current relationship with God right now?
He's giving me so much clarity. Like, I feel like finally working on, because I didn't pray enough either. I know we talked about that a lot too.
Bro.
I wasn't really praying as much as I should to really hear his voice. So now that I'm actually praying on the daily, getting into the Bible and learning his word, he's revealing so much to me, bro.
What?
He's revealing so much, and
I'll be
it's like,
texting y'all all the time
oh
about
my
things
God,
I'm reading.
I'm telling you, like a lot of people don't know, bro. Like this, having a relationship with
It's
God,
real, bro.
All
It's
you have to
so
do is
real.
just ask, bro, and you shall receive. Like, just ask him to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna reveal so much to you. Like he already revealed that, my gift is with the camera. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now it's just like I got to put in the work through, obedience and, continue following his word to just,
Amen,
I'm
bro.
saying, to get to all the blessings that he has in rooms. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. Yeah,
So-
bro. And the biggest thing what I've seen from you and your walk with God is he started to really work on you once you made a decision. The decision to stop distracting yourself with certain substances, with other stuff. And it's the same thing with me. And I could say that because I started it. Once I stopped drinking, that's when everything started happening for me. He started to work on me, the clarity, the direction, the vision. The things, the desires of my heart were coming in alignment.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing that's happening with you right now, bro. And
I finally see the way he's trying to use me.
You get what I'm saying? You're starting to understand who you are and what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Bro, that is, if there's anything we could talk about Christ, like, that's the most exciting part about this thing.
Yeah.
It's like, you discover who you are. You discover who you are so then you can figure out what you're supposed to do. And then you wake up excited every day, bro.
I finally understand what it means to be you. You know what I mean? I finally understand that. Like, a lot of people just say that, and I just I'll be honest, bro. I never really I was like, how do I be me? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I finally understand what that means now, bro. Like, I can be me. I can just. I mean, I just told you the other day, I just want to be a model of God, bro.
Be myself.
Especially now,
Yeah.
everything's
Model of God.
diluted and
Yeah, bro.
social media is everything's in our face now. Everyone's just like, man, I want to do that or I want to be this, and it's like, man, just calm down.
Everyone's trying to fit in. Everyone's trying to blend in. Everyone's trying to. And shout out to Coach Charlie. He's the track coach at Frito. We were having a conversation, bro. He's like, you know what, bro? He's like 75. I'm not even gonna throw his age. He's old. He's an older gentleman.
Really nice dude.
Really nice guy. You know him, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's like, bro, you know what? People make two choices in life. You're either a lamb and you try to blend in with everyone, or you're a lion and you go hunt, right? And you know what I'm saying? You're a loner. You go after what you want. And I'm like, damn, Charlie, I'm gonna leave that one in the vault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, know I got tatted on my chest. You know what I'm saying? I know. But once you live a life that's true to yourself and you stop caring what other people think, and that's when life starts, bro. That's when life starts, bro.
Yeah.
Because then you now start going after the things you want to go after, and you don't care what nobody says, bro. Because, this is your life. And if God has called you to certain things, you can't be worried about what other people are going to think about you, bro.
I was just talking to Sarah about this last night. People don't know my fiance. But, I was telling her, I was like, why you care so much about, what other people think? I was like, are those people going to get you in those golden gates? I was like, no. The only person's opinion that matters is his.
Are they going to be at your funeral?
Are they going to be? Yeah. Are they even going to be at your funeral?
Exactly.
Most people genuinely don't like you.
No,
Right,
and it's not even that they don't like you. It's just they got so much going on that they're not really worried about what's going on. They're going to care for 10 seconds, but then they got to go worry about their own
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying, yeah.
You know? And so many people are trapped. They're trapped into taking that first step because they're scared. They're not even scared of failure. And this is shout out to Alex Hormozy for saying this. People are not scared of failure. they're scared of how people are gonna view them once they fail. That's the biggest fact.
Yes.
And failing is part of the process, bro.
Right.
You know how many times I failed in 2023, bro?
Bro,
You know how many times I
what?
got it wrong in 2023, bro?
My whole life.
You know how many times I got it wrong in my whole life?
What?
Yeah, my whole life.
You know what I mean? We just out here winging it.
That's a whole nother podcast.
We just out here. Yeah, we can get into that, bro. Don't get me wrong. I'm about to start.
Seriously,
You know what I mean? You know how I started? I started preaching in here, bro. Don't get me
He started to
started.
raise up.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you know I start getting hyped when I go like this. That's how you know I get hyped. But I really want this podcast to be about y'all and talk about y'all journey with God, because y'all know. And I'll just do my little every 2 seconds.
No, of course, bro. There's nothing wrong with that.
So, but what I really want you to talk about now, Juwan, is how you came to Christ. And honestly, like, we'll get into it. But like, tell me how you came to Christ.
So like I said, I grew up in the church. So my whole life, I remember being 5, 6 years, 7 years old, and my nana passing down dollar bills down the aisle to all of us so we could put in the collection basket. Like, I remember that. So like, I've never had a problem like believing in God. I've never like, my faith, I can genuinely kind of say, has never wavered. Like, I've always been, since a little kid, I've always been like, okay, he's there. He's gonna be there when I need him to be there.
That's kind of how it was for me too.
Yeah,
You know, I knew he was there.
My biggest problem was like, once life got good, is when I started to ignore it. Was like, all right, I'm like, okay, he blessed me with this, so I'm done praying. I'm good. I don't need to go to church. He knows I love him. Like, that was always my problem.
Yeah.
But like, when I joined the Navy, was definitely like,
Talk about that experience, bro. So like, and you know what?
I felt bad for him.
I want to talk about. I want
Everyone
to talk
tells me
about.
that.
I want to talk about. First of all, why did you go? And then second, your experience when you were there.
Yeah, facts.
all right. So the reason
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
I'm so
No, go
sorry to
ahead.
cut you off, bro. Because I only asked that because like, you never grew up and said, I want to go to the Navy. Like, you never had that desire. It
Never
came.
did.
I remember it
Out of
coming
nowhere.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I remember like mentally what kind of place you were in right before you left. But I kind of want you to talk about it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So for me, the reason I joined, because I was just kind of, I like to say I was running away from a lot of things. I was just like, there's not much for me here.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't want to like put anyone down or anything, but I remember we were doing a lot of things. Like, we're working on things, and I'm putting in overtime work. Like you said earlier, like,
You're on a boat and you
on
feel
the
like
boat,
you're,
I feel like I was
rowing the
rowing by
hardest and you're
myself,
trying
and I'm
to-
just like,
you're
yo, I'm
just-
presenting you with this.
You
Why
were in
aren't
the
you
front of
doing
the
that?
boat. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm doing this for you. Like, I'm putting in so much work. Why is no one reciprocating? And I was just like, man, I gotta like just, I'm leaving. I was like, I gotta go. I'm just gonna go and start fresh. And I was like,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm doing. So I was definitely in a dark place when I left. So I left for the wrong reasons, but like, I'll come back. It comes full circle. But when I did join the Navy, that was definitely like the lowest I've ever been. Like, I was super, super depressed in the Navy because you go by yourself. Like, I didn't have no friends,
Right.
no family.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, this is not valid. So like, the first year was fine of the Navy. I had a good time. First 2 years. I say year and a half, 2 years were pretty good. And then deployment came of 2020. I missed pretty much all of 2020. I went on a 9-month deployment to the Middle
So
East.
you're on a ship for 9 months, or
On a
are you
ship.
and you bouncing from country to country and stuff like
yeah,
that?
but like, we went during COVID, kind of. Well,
2020
we
was
went.
trash, bro.
That's when
I think for everybody.
That's when Christ come and got me. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was,
Kevin
that's-
got me too.
I was losing it.
Look.
I was losing it in 2020. I was losing it.
Gosh.
And
I was
yeah,
losing it, bro.
I was stationed on the USS Iwo Jima. So on deployment, you got no signal, you got no cell phone. You're completely disconnected from the world. It's just the people you're on the ship with, and that is it.
Right.
So it gives you a lot of time to think. And
Right.
that's all I did. And I was just sitting there every single day, just like depressed. Like, childhood traumas hitting me, freaking addictions are hitting me. Like, definitely, like, I had a crazy porn addiction, especially
Wow.
in the Navy. Like,
Yeah.
that's all we did. That's all things we had to do was pass time. Like, we're freaking airdropping porn to
Yeah.
each other on,
Damn, bro,
on our
that's-
phones, bro, and movies, because that's the
all
only
they
way we can
had.
entertain
That's all we
ourselves.
had,
Like,
yeah.
it's sad, but
Yeah.
that's what we did. So it's like, I was just like, man, I cannot be here anymore. I was like, I'm so sad. I'm so depressed. And I remember when we came back from deployment, and we're like, it was like a fast transition because I was stationed in Jacksonville, for about 2 years. And then we changed. When we came back from deployment, we moved from Jacksonville up to Norfolk, Virginia. And when I got to Norfolk, Virginia, that's when I was just like, bro, this is awful. I was like, again, I don't want to throw anyone on the bus, but chain of command on my ship, awful. It was just the worst people. Like, I've met some of the worst human beings I've ever met in my life in the military. Yeah. They are awful people. Like, there's some just like the things they do, the things they say. Like on deployment, people are just like, the M word doesn't exist. I'm like, the M word, they're like marriage. Like everyone's cheating on their wives. Like everybody,
you're exposing hella people right now.
That's
as you should though, because that's not right.
Bro, it's not right. It's not clean. A lot of people need to know, like, the military is not what you think it is.
Right. Yeah.
It's but that's beside the point. But I remember just like sitting down there, like me and Sarah were in a bad place as well, because like I was gone for 9 months. Like she didn't see me, she didn't talk to me. I didn't see her, I didn't talk to her. I'm in different countries. I went to like four or five countries.
Wow.
So like I'm partying, I'm drinking, I'm having a good time. Like when I was in the Middle East, it was an 8-hour gap time, 8, 9, 10-hour difference. So like when I call her, it's midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm just now getting started, and I'm drinking. Like, I'm just getting started for my day, and she's asleep. So, like, I never really got to talk to her that much. So that was tough, because she's my rock. Like, I love her to death. Like, without her,
Shout out Sarah.
Shout out to Sarah. That's the wifey. The first one in that group.
Baby JJ, they got a beautiful baby.
Yo, and little JJ cute, bro. That's the happiest baby I've ever seen in my life, bro.
I've never seen a baby smile that much, bro.
He's the best baby.
I'm making it tough out here. It's not a competition, but that's a cute baby,
bro. No, seriously, bro.
I'm like, damn, why my baby come out ugly?
Bro, every time.
My baby come out ugly, I'll be sick. Like, you baby cute as hell.
Baby fever right now?
Nah, yeah. Chill.
That's later.
Later. Guys got to do some things first.
Honestly. But like when I got to Norfolk, I remember my roommates, we were just so sad. Like all of us, everyone in that house was so depressed. Like we were just miserable. Every day we went to work, like it's hard to hear every single day you get to work at 7 a.m.
off the wake up.
Yeah, bro. Like I remember like I would remember waking up in the morning and crying, bro. Like I do not want to go to work, bro. Like 7 in the morning, you show up and they're just like, you guys suck. You guys don't deserve to be here. Like if something happens, you're all gonna die.
Kick me out.
Like,
start
just
arguing
so
back.
people are down the whole time. Chiefs, bro.
The Chiefs are talking to you guys like that?
Yes, every day.
Oh wow.
And it's like, after a certain amount of time, there's only so much you can take mentally as a person.
I was like, bro, how much can you take it then, bro?
Yeah, so like it got to a point. So I remember one day, like we're all like, one of my roommates was on like suicide watch, so I had to like watch him. And I remember he was on suicide watch, and my chief had called me in to her shop, and she was like, "Hey, you need to watch so and so, because he's like said he was gonna kill himself, shoot himself, because we had 3 guns at my house." And I remember she was like, "Go home, grab his guns, like lock him up, and then like send me a picture of him." And I remember like driving home, and I'm like crying because I'm like, bro, I don't want my friend
tough on
to like,
you too.
kill himself. Yeah, and he's my roommate.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
so like I get home, I grab his guns, and I remember just kind of sitting there, and I'm just like, shit, he might be onto something. I was like, I remember just sitting there, loaded gun, everything, and I was just like, bro. Yeah. I was like, I don't really think anyone's gonna miss me anyway, because the whole time I was gone in the military, no one really checked up on me.
Wow.
Like no one ever really called all that much. Like so I was just like, bro, I felt completely alone.
Yeah.
So I remember sitting there, and then I like was sitting on the edge of my bed, and I just felt like this pressure on my chest, and I just kept hearing, like, it wasn't my own voice, like it was me talking, but it was like wasn't me, and it was just like, better things are gonna come, like better things are gonna come, better things are gonna come. And that went on for like an hour as I'm sitting there with this gun on my lap. And that went on for like an hour, and I just kind of like fell asleep. And then like I remember it was like 2-3 weeks later, I get called in to like the shop and everything, and I'm finding out that I'm getting discharged from the Navy. And I remember that I got discharged, and then a week after that, I found out Sarah was pregnant.
Wow.
And I just kind of remember crying. Like, I was bawling my eyes out, but I wasn't upset. I was just like, thank you for answering my prayers.
Right.
I was just like, thank you. I was like, I needed a way out. I got it. And he was telling me that better things were going to come from me. He gave me my son, which is, like you guys said, the happiest he's ever. Like,
happiest baby I've ever
me
seen,
and Sarah's
bro.
relationship has never been better. Like, that was the biggest blessing in the world. And I remember telling myself, I was like, I will never let God down again.
Yeah.
I was like, he gave me the biggest miracle and the biggest blessing. I should still be in the Navy.
Yeah.
I had a 5-year contract. I got in 4.
Damn that.
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I should still be in. So
Yeah.
I was like, that was the biggest blessing in the world. And I was like, from that day on, I was just like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
So you randomly
No,
just
no.
got a discharge? Did they see you like laying in bed with a gun? Like, how did it all go down? Like, or
So, like-
did they randomly call you? Did they randomly call you into the office and just like
Yeah,
were
so I
concerned
remember,
about you?
Yeah, well, no. So I remember, like, my family's gonna see this, so I don't even care. That I'm gonna be honest.
And I'm yo, and
open.
your first
But-
like,
hey,
bro,
we
that's
grown, bro.
and
we
yeah,
grown.
I
It's,
don't
it's
care.
part of
Yeah.
our stories, bro.
and
You know
I
what I'm saying?
appreciate
journey.
you for even
Yeah,
sharing this,
no,
bro. Because
seriously,
like, first
seriously.
of all, I never knew that, bro.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
never
not alone.
knew.
The only person
you
I know
were,
is Sarah.
I
So
never
like, my
knew,
mom's gonna hear this. She's probably gonna cry and call me. Like,
Yeah.
Sarah's the only one I know.
Yeah.
bro. That's so
Like-
crazy, bro.
So I
Damn.
remember when we got to Norfolk. I remember finding out, like, right when we got to Virginia, I found out that weed was recreational out there,
Mhm.
and I was like, Psh, yes. I was like, I need that because that's what I used to do pre-Navy
Yeah.
to numb all the pain and everything.
Right.
Was
Yeah.
smoke a shit ton of weed.
Yeah. Nah,
So-
for real,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
That
Most
shit-
most people do that.
Yeah, so
yeah.
like
I mean?
me and my roommates we were at the dispensary every day in
Mhm.
uniform, going to get weed, like
Yeah.
smoking every
Ready,
day.
ready.
Yeah, every day. So I remember we were smoking one day, and I'm sitting there, we're high as hell, and I just had like this feeling in my chest. I was like, man, I'm probably gonna get piss test soon. So I was like, you know what, I'm good. So I stopped smoking for like 2 weeks. I get piss test. So I come into work and take my piss. I was like, I haven't smoked in like 2 weeks. I'm clean. So I peed, and like 3 months go by,
Mhm.
like without any hiccups. Like normally it does not take that long. Like if you piss hot,
Mhm.
you know, if within
Right.
a couple weeks, maybe a month at the latest. But it was like 3 months, 4 months maybe.
Mhm.
And at like that 3 month, 4 month period was when I was like low. That's when I like the gun situation, everything happened. I'm praying, I'm crying every single day.
Yeah, bro.
And I remember just going in the work one day and like they were like, hey, they want to see you in the security shack. And I was like, for what? Because I've never gotten in trouble. Like you said, like I've always been.
Bro, you were a good. You
I'm a
always
good
been-
kid. Yeah, like I was a
Even
good kid
me,
growing up. Like,
I grew up in the hood, but like
Yeah.
I was always solid though.
No,
Like
I
I had my
was a
head on
good-
yeah,
I
we
was a
were
good
always
kid,
pretty
bro.
solid.
Like
I had
I
some
would.
bad
Don't get me
sin,
wrong.
I was a
I've
good
tried
kid.
some things young.
Yeah,
I've
for
done a
sure.
lot of dumb
Yeah, I
stuff, but
mean,
I always had like
Curious.
common sense.
Mhm.
yeah.
Like when we would like, it's so stupid. We would used to go around and shoot like BB guns and break people's car windows.
Yeah,
I
bro.
was always the one that was like, this
Crazy,
is
yeah.
stupid.
This is stupid.
Nah, bro, same
Like,
here. For
but
real.
everyone's like, this
yeah.
is fun.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm like,
this is stupid.
wild.
Like,
Bro, I never got in trouble. Like
Sneaking
in
into
school
people's
or anything. Like I
basements.
never got in.
Yeah.
I never got in trouble, bro.
Sneaking into
so-
people's basements and setting up our own little lounges.
like
Why are
doing
we doing dumb stuff like that?
Stuff, bro.
Yeah,
Like-
Southside kids. Man.
Yeah,
oh,
bro.
crazy.
Yeah, bro, it's
Event-
wild.
We just living, you know,
Crazy.
living wild.
Unsupervised.
Yeah, unsupervised.
kids,
for
bro.
all
That's
our
really
parents
what
are
it was.
working.
Yeah, bro.
Single
My
parent
mom was a
homes.
single parent. Like she didn't
Yeah.
know. She had to work 2 jobs, like to put food on the table. So like she didn't care.
My
Well,
bad,
she
Drew.
cared,
What were you
but-
saying though? We cut you off.
But you're good. But so they called me in the security shack, and I remember sitting down, and they pulled out the piss test because normally you have to sign your name every time you take a piss test, and they pulled that sheet out and put it in front of me. I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me! I was like, I already knew immediately. They were like, you know what this is? I was like, yeah. They're like, yeah, you popped positive for marijuana. And I was like, all right. And literally, like, they were like, you want to make a statement? I was like, nope. They're like, you know what's about to happen, right? I was like, yep. I was like, because Navy's 0 tolerance for drugs. I was like,
Yeah.
I know I'm getting kicked out.
'Cause I'm out of here.
Yeah, I was like, but like to me, I was just like, good. I was
Yeah,
like, that's what
yeah.
I wanted. Like, I didn't want to go
Yeah.
that way, but I was like, that was the only way I was gonna be able to get out.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then like after the process, because then you got to go on like restriction. You got to like be. Stuck
I
on
remember
the
that
ship.
because I remember this is where now I'm starting to talk to you more often, and I'm
Yeah.
hearing like the joy.
Yeah, bro.
And
Everyone
your-
can
and
start
your-
seeing
and
I'm
your
turning
voice.
around.
Yeah, you're like,
He just
okay.
came home out of nowhere.
Yeah.
yeah,
I thought he was in the Navy.
And it was weird because I knew you were off though, because even when you would come home,
Mhm.
I'm like, bro, Jew, like, it's different.
Bro,
It's cold.
when you
It's
had your
cold.
event, when you had your first event,
Yeah.
when you had everybody go to Elevated Limits, I saw
2021.
him, bro. I was like, what's up,
Yeah.
bro? He was just so like,
Cold.
it was cold, bro.
Cold,
I was
bro.
like, yo,
Numb,
son,
bro.
I didn't bring it up to anybody. I was like, damn, there's something different about
think-
him, bro.
yeah, I
I think he
remember-
just changed. But
I remember talking about that. I was like,
Yeah,
yo, I
yeah.
don't know what
That
happened
makes
out
sense
there,
now.
but
Yeah,
like
bro.
that boy was
I was
Cold
I don't know what
shoulder.
happened out there.
so numb.
boy
from the
wasn't
Navy.
Yeah.
laughing. You was smack. You was always high. Like
Yeah,
off
bro.
rip.
Yeah.
Off rip when I saw you was smack and you was just like
Yeah,
just didn't really want to talk. I'm just
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
yeah.
So like during that whole process, that's when I went to therapy for the first time. I used to crap on therapy. I was like, bro, it don't work. And therapist was the best therapist ever. Shout out Miss Nancy. She was the best. And that's when I found God, really. But I was just like, this is a blessing to me. Like, I never really took it as like a bad thing. Like, everyone was like, oh, you're getting kicked out. I'm like, bro, this is amazing. I was like, for me, because I got a general discharge. I get to keep all my benefits. I was like, nothing bad or negative came from being kicked out of the Navy.
Right.
So I was just like, this is truly a blessing. And then Sarah got pregnant, and then we moved home. And I was like, and I've never been happier. Like you said, 2023, best year of my life.
Yeah.
Like, best year, like, following Christ.
Juice says that all the time, too, bro. Like, we talk about 2023 throughout the, like, since he's been home, bro. I love 2023. That's what he keeps saying.
I'm glad it was good for you, bro. I'm glad it was good for you, bro.
It was a good blessing, bro. Like, I would be gearing up right now to go on my second deployment. If I was still on that ship. They're getting ready to go again. And then, dude, I don't know if I would have survived another deployment. Honestly, I don't think I would have survived another deployment.
Damn. Well, thank God, bro. He answered your plays, and you're here now, bro. And you know what was interesting? I kind of want you to talk about this too before I kind of transition into one more thing. You remember Beasley? Shout out to Beasley. He was on live, right? And he's like, send this out to people. Send this out to people.
We were just talking about that too.
I sent it to you, and I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Right. And out of nowhere, you could kind of talk about the experience. I don't want to explain the story, but you explain it, like kind of what happened once you got on that live and you know.
Yeah, you sent me the live, and I was like, let me check this out. And I was like, so I clicked on it, and he's in being Beasley. He's preaching. And I've never met Beasley. I've seen him preach once with you. We went to some, but I've never met him.
Yeah.
So, and you guys talk about it all the time, so I was like, let me check out his live. So I'm on there, and I'm just like stuck. Like, I'm mesmerized. Normally, I click on Instagram lives. I don't like being on social media. I'm not a huge social media person. So, like, I'm just, like, stuck, bro. I'm mesmerized by what he's talking about, like, honestly. And then it gets to, like, 2 hours in, and he finally just kind of, like, reads my name in the comments and just starts, like, prophesizing over me. And it's crazy because I told you at work the next day, literally right before, like, 45 seconds, bro, before you sent me the link, I was like, because you told me, you were like, hey, no more smoking when the new year hits. This is bro. January 2nd. I remember that. I'll never forget this date because of this. But it was January 2nd. So January 1st, I didn't smoke. January 2nd, I'm fiending. I'm itching, bro. I'm itching. I was like, bro, like, I need to go smoke. So I got up. Literally, I got up. I'm about to go downstairs to my basement to roll up and smoke. I was just gonna lie to y'all, to be honest.
Wow.
Like, and then, like, he just starts prophesizing over me and my son through live to someone he does not know. And I remember, like, Sarah walking in the room, and she's hearing it. She's like, he talking to you? And I'm like, yeah, bro. And I just, like, started crying, and, like, immediately, but instantaneously, as he's, like, prophesizing over me, all the urges went away.
Wow,
like,
bro.
I have no urge to smoke. No urge to just, like, scroll on Instagram aimlessly and look at stupid freaking pictures. And, like, I just, all of it's gone.
Wow, bro.
Like,
Thank God, bro. I mean, because I'm not going to lie. I met with Beasley 1 or 2 days ago, and I actually told him about that, how you were prophesizing over me. We were talking about it at work. And, bro, when I told him that, he was just like, yeah, I was having fun with Juwan. I saw his name on it the other day. I was prophesying. You know what I'm saying? Because I told him about it. And, bro, his jaw dropped when I told him that, bro. Like,
yeah, I would like
it's
to
just crazy the way God works,
he
bro.
saved
like,
my life.
Yeah, bro. God would use him.
Really
God
good.
used him to speak to you, bro. He used him as a vessel in that moment to give you a message. And that's the first time you ever experienced that, bro. And God willing, bro, you continue on this path because, like,
yes, sir.
For all three of us, bro, this is only a glimpse of what God is capable of doing, bro. God is the God that can make the impossible happen, bro. And I'm starting to experience that, bro. I'm gonna be super real with y'all, bro. I'm starting to experience some of the things that I've had in my heart for a really long time. And it's starting to come to life, bro. It's starting to come to life. And
Glory to God.
Glory to God, bro. So there was this meeting, and I'll kind of get to this quick story. I had this meeting, bro, and I was kind of like, I knew this meeting was a turning point for me in my career and for my business. Like, I knew this meeting was the transition meeting, right? Where it was gonna happen, where something was, whether it was good or bad, something was gonna happen. And I was just praying to God, like, God, allow this to go exactly the way you want it to go. Allow my thoughts to be your thoughts. Allow my words to be your words. Allow my desires to be your desires. Allow it to go the way exactly you want it to go. And from that prayer alone and the way of thinking, I already knew, like, damn, God, you've changed me so much.
Yes.
From just praying that way.
Yeah.
From just praying that way. Because before it was like, I was going into it just blind. Like, I want this, I want that. This is the number. And now it's like, God, whatever you want it to look like, that's how I want it to look like.
We talk about that daily.
You know?
Oh, yes.
because I know that he sees everything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I know he sees everything. And I'm done. Like I said it before, bro, and I'm going to keep saying it. I'm done doing things my own way,
Yes.
bro.
Yes.
Because I've gotten in my own way. I bumped my own head. I'm done getting it wrong my
been through
way,
enough,
bro.
bro.
I've been
We've
through
been through
enough
enough.
suffering. And don't get it wrong, more suffering's coming, but I'm done going through self-inflicting
But
suffering,
he's
bro.
preparing us how to respond, bro.
Exactly. And there's things that come out of it too, you know, but it's different between, there's a difference between you making your own decisions and suffering and God allowing you to suffer to build you up.
Because your own
something.
suffering, you got to get yourself out of it.
Bro.
His suffering, you just stay faithful and stay on the path.
Exactly, bro. So I had this meeting with all the higher ups, the bosses, and I go in super prepared, and the only way I could explain it is I have this certain type of confidence and authority that the only way I could explain it is God. Like I'm a young man from the south side of Bethlehem,
Yes, sir.
who didn't grow up. Like I'm not the smartest guy, bro. I'm not. I'll be 1,000, but don't get it twisted. I'm probably the most hardworking. I'm the most determined.
For sure.
So it makes up for it. And I'm in a room with people with their doctors, with the doctorates, their masters, all sorts of educational background. And it's like a 5v1. That's how I look at it.
You didn't grow up with none of that, bro.
I didn't grow up with none of that, bro.
Yeah.
And I go in there super prepared, and they're offering me certain percentages like 5, 10%, you know, of a certain number. If I hit this number, 200,000, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get too much into details because it's like, that's confidential. But if I hit this number, I get 10% or whatever the case may be. And I literally reverse the whole thing and say, I want this percentage, which is way more than 10%. And you guys get this percent, and this is why I want it. And I explain all the benefits to it. And it was almost like he just instantly said yes. You know what I'm saying? And it was, God gave me a certain level of influence I've never experienced before.
Wow.
And I'm starting to feel like he's given me the ability to influence people. You know what I mean? And again, it comes back to the whatever is for you is for you. And I knew I had a
Amen
dying
to that.
desire, bro, that's the way he wanted me to go. I know he wanted me to make that proposal. I know he wanted me to go that direction. They gave me a different opportunity, but I said, I know God wants me to take that road.
Yeah.
And it says, ask and you shall receive. And I asked boldly, and I stepped into the room boldly.
Yeah.
And
Chest
God
out.
answered. Chest out, bro. Chest out. Chest out.
That's a blessing.
Shoulders back.
Amen.
I'm like, this is what I want. And I said it, and they said yes, bro. And I walked out of that room, bro.
Thank
And
God.
I walked out of that room feeling so alive. Like, bro, my dreams are coming true,
Yeah,
bro.
no, I
My
see it. I
dreams
see
are
the
coming
joy,
true,
bro.
bro. My dreams are coming true. Everything I've ever wanted in life in my heart is coming true, bro. It's happening right before my eyes, bro. And this is just one of the pieces to the puzzles that God said he was going to give me, which is like, yo, bro, this is crazy.
It makes it more exciting.
It makes it more exciting because I know the other pieces he was talking about. So I'm like, this is like play number one. And I'll talk about it. So God has given me another facility, right? I have Allentown. He's given me another one. Go ahead.
God did.
He's given me, you probably got to tap it again so it stops. So he's given me another facility, bro. I'm super grateful, super blessed, just to be in a position to make an impact for more people, bro.
Sure.
And the future is looking so bright, bro. It's looking so bright, and there's about to be a shift.
There really
There's
is.
about
bro.
to be
I
a
feel it.
shift,
I've been
bro.
feeling it myself.
Since the year started,
Bro, I
bro.
think we talk about it every day. Like literally
Bro.
every day. If we don't see each other, we're not on the phone. We're texting each other.
We text each other every day.
That's what I'm
Every day.
saying.
We
Like,
do.
And this is a testament to I know how God is moving in all three
yes,
of us.
sir.
Tell me if I'm lying, bro. Y'all feel excited every day.
Bro.
Every
what?
day.
Every day.
Every day. Like excited.
Every day,
Because you're
wake
like,
up.
bro, you're like, you're energized. You
Bro,
know we're
there's
rolling
like-
the right. There's a
Yeah.
sense
I used
of
to
purpose,
feel like
bro.
procrastination all the time, bro. I don't feel that anymore,
feel
bro.
that at
Because
all.
I just know that we're working towards something that he's trying to give us.
Bro, and it's big.
It's big.
We just
bro.
watched. I mean,
Hey, bro.
we just watched it with your sister's episode. I mean,
yeah.
that was amazing.
Yeah,
That
that's
was a
major, bro.
blessing.
And shout out to my sister.
Yeah.
I love her,
Thank
bro.
y'all for
'cause
the support,
yeah,
too,
and,
man,
and shout out,
honestly.
and that impacted a lot of people.
It really
That's what we
did.
continue to strive to do. Because that's what life is about, bro. Is being a
Yeah.
positive impact to people and spreading the good news of God, bro. Like the good news is, listen, if you're depressed, if you have anxiety, if life isn't going your way, there's Jesus Christ.
Yes, there is.
And he will
Amen.
come and save
Yeah.
you, because we've all been there before. You've been there before. You've been there before. I've been there before. We're doing is telling you what God is doing in us.
Exactly.
He's
And
the
it
Prince
is-
of Peace.
Yeah.
And it is amazing.
And that's not to make anyone uncomfortable
Never.
either, bro. Like we
Never.
talk about that too. We're never trying to force that on anybody.
Never, bro.
And we're just trying to be examples so you guys can really feel that joy that he's trying to give us.
Yeah, bro. And I'm going to say it again, bro.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's hard not to talk about.
It's bro.
It's so good. It's hard not to talk about. There's other things like I'm about to the new position I'm about to get with. Also, I got a promotion, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't even asked for it. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Bro, I ain't even go there. I ain't even go and asking for one, bro. I go in there like, let me just get this other facility. Like, this is what's on my heart. So like, God will double what you're expecting sometimes.
Amen.
You feel what I'm
Amen.
saying?
Yes.
If you stay obedient and you follow his path,
Yes.
he will do more for you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And again, it's because we made a decision to stop doing certain things and follow his will and purpose for us. And God is moving
Stop
now.
doing a lot of things.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This side is better, bro. This
Yeah.
side is
It
so
is.
much
It's
better.
much
It's so
better,
much
bro.
peaceful,
Much
bro,
better.
and it's so
Yeah,
much.
because like you start to notice the people around you too, bro. You start to see the curiosity in their eyes, like, yo,
Yeah,
why
the
does he
people that-
love God so much, bro?
Asking questions.
Asking questions, bro. And I'm
Yeah,
saying
like-
like you could really start to feel the shift in the movement that
Yeah,
God
bro.
is really, doing in
Shift,
our
bro.
lives.
And he wants us to make a positive impact on people, motivate people, inspire people, and he's using all three of us to do that, bro. And it's beautiful. It is beautiful to feel and witness, and it just feels like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It almost feels like I'm in a movie right now. Even
Yeah.
just with business,
Yes.
with God, with
Yeah.
my girlfriend, like
yes.
everything is like I'm feeling like I'm in a movie right now, bro.
Like we're at the beginning of the
Yeah,
movie.
Bro, that's
and
what I'm
it's
saying,
it's like the beginning of the movie, right?
Bro,
and
he just
and
makes
you know,
everything better, bro.
you want to know another desire in my heart that's being fulfilled, bro? And I used to pray about this, bro, all the time. I don't even know if I prayed about it, but I've always desired it. I was like, God, just surround me with people who want it just like me.
Yeah.
I want people who work just as hard. I want people to push me, Lord. I need that, Lord. I want that. Those are the type of friends I want. I want friends that they're not spending time on a weekend smoking and just chilling the whole time or drinking and going somewhere.
no
I
more
want
time
friends
for
who
that,
are
bro.
using the weekend to build the reality they want,
Yeah.
not escape the reality they're in. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I say that to say, bro, we're about to go to Philly tomorrow
Yeah.
to go the
Podcast
podcast call
Podcast going, yeah.
to learn more about podcasting with Gilly and
Gary V.
Gary Vaynerchuk.
Wallow,
Like,
yeah.
bro, you don't understand how excited that makes me that you guys
Bro.
said, like, let's go do this. Bro,
Yeah,
I said
bro.
yes in 20 seconds
No,
because
yeah, for real, bro.
I used to dream.
Bro, it was
I used-
funny how that happened too. I
Bro.
literally saw the link. I sent it. You guys responded right away. All right, signing up.
Off rip. No
Yeah.
questions asked.
We didn't ask
No
you.
Yeah,
questions
bro.
asked. Bro,
We didn't even ask our girls, like, yo, what we doing this weekend? Like,
I told her. I literally like you
know what
sent
I'm
me that,
saying?
and I was
Like-
in the car with her, and I was like, "Hey,
That's what I'm
babe, I'm
saying.
going to Philly next weekend."
that's what
to go
I
to
said,
this
babe.
thing."
You know what I'm saying? We going to a podcast. I said, yeah, go ahead, babe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
None
we
of
have
that,
nothing
bro.
planned, bro. All plans canceled. We out to the podcast.
And that's
coming.
also a blessing too, bro. We got girls that just
so amazing.
amazing
girls,
females, bro. Like my
Shout,
wife.
shout
before I
out
left
to shout out to those three women.
Yeah,
shout out to
special
those
women.
three women,
Three
bro.
When I
Yeah.
left to come
special
here,
ones.
she was like, "I'm proud of you. Like, keep going." I'm like,
And you know what I've noticed and what I appreciate y'all for, bro? Because, like, just the men that y'all are and the things that I battle with, like, y'all do inspire me every day. And
I love
that
it,
has
bro.
helped me so much with not just the man that I'm becoming, the man that I'm growing into every single day, bro. Like, besides my relationship with my girl, it's helping me with all of my relationships, bro. Like, it's bringing me closer to my girls, bringing me closer to my family.
Damn.
It's
Amen.
eliminating certain people from my life to become closer to others who are supposed to be along in this journey, bro. So I just want to say that for sure.
Amen, bro. I appreciate you and I love both of
Yeah,
y'all.
I love y'all too.
Before we get off though, like another thing that God is doing, bro, like it's cool when God starts to work on you because then he starts to work on people around you.
"Yep."
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
So you guys mentioned that and what he's doing in Jaylene right now, bro, is so beautiful to watch, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Like
Yeah, I watched it happen to Sarah too.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So like he starts with you and then he just starts to work with the people around you and
Amen.
he's giving Jaylene this hunger, bro, to get to know him more and like
Yeah, my girl comes to me and be like, "You want to pray tonight, or you want to
Bro,
do this?" I'm
it's
like, "That's
beautiful,
amazing."
bro.
Because I used to pray alone.
So
Like,
Right.
yeah, I
so
used to-
yeah, bro, and so like you guys were there. We were. It was
At church last-
December
yeah, yeah.
31st.
two
Yeah.
days ago.
We're just sitting there. People were getting baptized, bro, out of nowhere.
She just walked up there.
Bro, we did not. I didn't know she was gonna do that,
Bro,
bro.
what's happening? He was like, "Yo, I did not think I
Sarah
was supposed to
said the
happen
same
right
thing.
now,
She was
bro."
like, "She's
Yeah,
just going
bro.
up there?"
Bro,
I was
like, hold on,
like,
let me go up there. Let me go.
I was
up
like, nah,
there.
I gotta go up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
record this, bro.
yeah.
I was so happy, bro. And then another thing is, bro, so like we had this we're going to Philly obviously for the podcast stuff. I was like, it's probably not a good time to go to Jersey to see her, but I was like, I'll figure it out. I'm gonna go on Sunday, so let me text her.
Yeah.
And I was like, babe, can I go see you on Sunday to hang out with you? And she said, honestly, babe, don't feel no type of way. But I feel like God is telling me to be alone this week and to dive in the Word more and get closer to Him and just I really want to know what He's trying to tell me. And she's like, really don't feel no type of way. And I was like, babe, you don't understand how happy that makes me, bro. Amazing. You don't understand how happy that makes me, bro.
Yes,
I'm like, that, babe, you're willing to say, you know what, Berto, get out of here. Even though she really wants to see me. And she's going to dive deeper in the Word and try to get closer to God, bro. That's only God, bro. Because she wasn't in that same mindset a couple months ago, 7 months ago, 8 months ago, a year ago. Like God is really doing the work on her, bro, and it's beautiful to watch, bro. And I know the closer we both get to God, the more beautiful the relationship is gonna be. Because I know He brought her back into my life for a purpose. Like there's no. I'm gonna get into a whole, and maybe I'll get her on here. I should be I would be fired, all right? I'm gonna get her on here because her coming back into my life is a whole testimonial within itself.
Amen.
Because He put that desire in my heart to the point where I couldn't sleep, bro.
Yes, bro.
To the point where I was like, why, God, do you? It's, again, leaning on your own understanding. I didn't understand why He put her in my spirit for so long and He wouldn't let me sleep. I didn't understand because I said, God, I'm looking at her Instagram, like, it don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me. I was like, God, it don't make sense.
From the beginning of that relationship.
I said, God, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. But you know what? When God says to do something, you do it. Regardless if it's not, you're not supposed to lean on your own understanding. You got to be obedient in what He's telling you because this relationship is so beautiful now. Imagine if I would have never stepped into that. Imagine if I would have leaned on my own understanding and said it doesn't make sense, so I'm not going to do it. I wouldn't, bro. I would never feel this feeling I'm feeling right now, bro.
Probably would have been stuck. Probably
would have been stuck. I would have been tight. I would have been like, you know
chase
what?
another woman, maybe.
Woman I'm not even supposed to be with.
Exactly.
Like,
bro. Just disconnecting yourself.
Exactly, bro. Women that don't even align with the purpose, and she aligns to the T, bro. So. My fault, I get passionate when I talk about my baby girl. I get a little passionate when I talk about it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm just all grateful. Like, you know what I'm saying? We have women who push us closer to work hard, push us closer to God and our faith. And
bro.
That's all that matters, bro. We just got to keep forcing that. You know?
We keep doing that. Keep and just keep putting in the work, bro. Because, like, God has everything set on the table for us, bro. It's all there.
I'm just so happy I'm starting to see
bro,
it
it's
now.
all there. It's all there. It's all there. It's all there. It's on us now. It's on us to do the work, to show up every single day, to not get complacent. Because everything we want to do is it could happen in 2024 on everything,
and
bro.
This has been in my heart for years.
I know, and God put you in my heart randomly one day. I was driving home. I asked Dayvon first. Me and Dayvon talked about this first. Los in the beginning, then it was Dayvon, and then I was like driving home, and then I was like, damn, Jew, would you want to be on a podcast? Because I knew you've always wanted to do it, bro.
And he had his own podcast before too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
So
nah, bro. It's everything's. I just feel blessed, bro. I feel blessed to be
super blessed,
friends with you guys, brothers in Christ, and I feel like us being aligned with each other makes us just that much closer. You know what I mean? And
Amen.
I know that this is only the beginning, and more amazing, beautiful things are gonna happen, bro. This is only just the beginning. So I appreciate you. Dab me up like how we always dab each other up. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more coming soon. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys continue to subscribe, continue to show love, and again, we're gonna continue to spread this good news of God and you know
always.
just glorify Him because He is that good. Y'all stay blessed, man.
Stay blessed, everybody.